So now I want to talk about this thought of like every time I try to look, all I'm seeing is people that I don't want. And it's frustrating and I don't like that I'm not getting what I want. And you kind of get either a little hopeless or you're just like you're dreading the search process. Now, there's two things I want to talk about. Um, and this is going to be a little more on the tough love side, but I hope this resonates and that you actually shift into what needs to be shifted into. First thing is there's two types of mindsets when you go into the search process. There's the victim mindset, which is, I don't know why this is happening to me. I don't know why I can't figure it out. This like what's wrong with me? Like it's just more of like a victim-y kind of feeling. And that usually feels like, you know, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel very disempowering. It's very disempowering. And it's just like you feel stuck. And then the other mindset, which is a lot more empowered mindset, is coming from, you know what? I don't know if I don't know where he is. I don't know where she is, but I'm going to figure it out. And I know I'm a worthy creation, that I know that I'm going to find my person if I really look. All I have to do is keep looking and trust that Allah's coming to, Allah's going to send it to me on when the time is right. And I feel good in my, like the baseline of how you feel about yourself and about men or about the opposite gender just feels good. When you're in that perspective, it is much, much easier to attract someone that you want. Why? Because when you're coming at it from a place of like, I'm going to figure it out, it becomes much easier to solve problems. But what most people go through is like, well, all I'm getting is people that I don't want. That means men suck. That means women are just like trash. Like, and then that means like that's all I'm getting. And then when you start believing stuff like that, you literally attract the same exact thing. And I'll give an example. Um, I'll give an example of an empowered person, right? So one of my clients, I was actually just talking to them today. There's someone who figures it out. It doesn't matter, like they take action. And taking action means putting yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. Oh, like they figure it out. If they're uncomfortable with the apps, they're uncomfortable with something, they figure out how to be comfortable with it so that they can find the person that they want. So they take action. They're like, okay, let me figure it out. Let me go here. Let me go there. Let me go. Okay, let me take action. Okay, I just met people, 10 different people that I didn't like. That's okay. Who am I becoming? Who am I being? Who am I becoming that I would be so proud of no matter what happens? And every person you meet, are you becoming someone that's frustrated with it? Or are you becoming someone that's like, oh, I wonder like what I'm learning from this, and I wonder like how I can be to like I don't know, either become someone that's like really nice at rejecting people or learning how to be patient, learning how to do all the things that like I would be so proud of. So you're more focused on who you're becoming rather than focused on like why am I not getting what I want? And the thing is, the thing that people don't recognize is when you become that person, you actually start getting the people that you want because your whole energy is different. You're not just frustrated at things that you don't want. And that's when Allah sends you like, okay, you've passed the test. I'm giving you things you don't want so I can see how you react. Do you turn hopeless and like shut things out, and do you just give up? Or do you actually continue and try your best and turn to Allah and like be like, Ya Allah, like I can't figure it out. And do you start taking action from there? Because that's what matters. As soon as you make that shift of like the empowered shift, which is I am someone that like I know how to figure things out. I don't know, I can't figure it out at the moment, but I'm going to figure it out either way. Oh, I have to put myself in uncomfortable situations. Oh, I've heard that like a lot of people meet their person on the app. Let me try that. Okay, I've been trying it for a while. It doesn't work. Let me keep trying. Like, let me see different ways. Maybe I'm saying something different. Maybe my profile isn't the best. Like, what am I like thinking that's making this process harder? Because ultimately at the end of the day, it's always about what you think. It's never about the actual like process. Why? Because I've helped literally personally hundreds of people shift from they feel like it's difficult and like they have to drag themselves through every step to becoming like, oh, this is so much easier and lighter and more empowering. And that's when they get people that they actually want. Because you like the way you think about it is like every little moment you're in is a test. Every single tiniest single everything is a test. And you decide whether you pass it or you fail it by either your victim mentality or by the empowered mindset. And now when I say empowered mindset, more of like the proactive, like, let me figure it out. And you figure out, okay, what are my obstacles? Like coming from the more empowered mindset, what are my obstacles? Okay, I'm noticing I have the problem that I don't know where to meet people. How can I figure this out? What ideas can I get? Okay. So there's ideas of like, going to the masjid, meeting people, creating a network. Okay, maybe potentially going on the apps, going back on the apps, figuring it out. How can I approach it from a more like easier perspective where it doesn't bother me when I see people that I don't want. Like, how can I approach this from a very, very different perspective? And you start getting into a mentality of like, I'm here to figure it out, and I'm focusing on who I'm being, not on the outcome. And that is where it will feel so much lighter to go about this process. So every time you have a problem, you're becoming someone that figures it out. How do you figure it out? Either by talking to your coach or therapist or whatever, or like literally just sitting down with yourself and be like, okay, if this was a problem in some other context, not relationships, how would I approach this? And this is the shift that really helps people actually get what they want. And alhamdulillah, like I was just talking to one of my clients, say he actually found someone that like it's finally a match and like things are moving forward. And the reason it's moving forward is because he's very proactive in how he looks at problems and changes things and all that. And it's like there's just so much to think about and think. But I just wanted to put it out there that when you notice yourself in the victim mentality, you have to shift out of it. You have to shift out of it into becoming someone that's like, wait, actually, I will figure it out. I am capable. I'm going to figure it out. Because the brain can default into, I don't know what I'm doing. What's wrong with me? Like, I'm the problem. And it goes back into being a victim again. And no one wants that. So, okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. It might be a little too like direct, but I'm just gonna, in case if this helps anyone, I really hope it does. If you want to take this work a lot deeper, then you can join my Inner Shift group, or you can work with me one-on-one, inshallah, and I can help you through all this. Assalamu alaikum.